The spontaneous human combustion of Mary Reeser. On a warm summer morning in July 1951, the quiet town of St. Petersburg, Florida, awoke to one of the strangest and most unsettling mysteries in modern history. Mary Reeser, a 67-year-old widow, was found dead in her small apartment under circumstances so bizarre that they left investigators, scientists, and locals scratching their heads for decades. The scene was both horrifying and perplexing. Mary's body had been reduced to ashes, with only her left foot, still wearing a slipper, remaining completely intact. Nearby, the chair she had been sitting in was largely unscathed, as were much of the surrounding furnishings. The room showed no signs of a raging fire, no charred walls, no scorched ceiling, just an eerie, localized burn centered on Mary's remains. What could cause such a focused and devastating blaze without consuming the rest of the room? Investigators were baffled. The temperature required to incinerate a human body to that extent is estimated to be over 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit, far hotter than the flames of a typical house fire. Yet, nothing in the apartment, not even nearby flammable items like newspapers or curtains, had been significantly affected. Neighbors reported nothing unusual that night. There were no cries for help, no smell of smoke, no sign of a fire breaking out. The only odd detail was a faint, greasy residue left on some of the surviving furniture, and a strange, sweet odor lingering in the air. Police, fire marshals, and even the FBI were called in to investigate. Theories abounded. Some suspected foul play, perhaps an unusual form of arson. Others suggested a freak accident involving Mary's cigarette, as she was known to be a heavy smoker. But no ordinary cigarette could generate the heat needed to reduce her body to ash while leaving much of her surroundings intact. As the mystery deepened, whispers of spontaneous human combustion began to spread. The phenomenon, often regarded as pseudoscience, describes a person suddenly bursting into flames without any apparent external ignition source. Advocates of the theory pointed to Mary's case as definitive proof. Could her body have somehow ignited from within, fueled by an unexplained chemical reaction? Skeptics, however, proposed more grounded explanations. Some suggested the wick effect, a phenomenon where the body's fat acts like a candle wick, igniting and sustaining a slow, smouldering fire. According to this theory, once Mary's clothing or hair caught fire, possibly from a cigarette, the flames burned her body over hours, while the chair and surroundings were spared due to the fire's low intensity. Yet the wick effect couldn't explain the extreme temperatures required to cremate a human body. Nor did it account for the lack of smoke damage or the untouched state of items just inches away from Mary's remains. For years, the case remained unsolved, shrouded in rumors of the paranormal. Some speculated that Mary had been the victim of a supernatural event, a divine punishment, or even an alien experiment. Others suggested a bizarre medical condition, like an undiagnosed metabolic issue that caused her body to generate an extraordinary amount of heat. Today, the case of Mary Reeser is still one of the most famous examples of spontaneous human combustion, a chilling reminder of how little we truly understand about the human body and the forces that govern our world. Whether it was a freak accident, a natural phenomenon, or something otherworldly, Mary's mysterious death continues to captivate and confound. Her story is not just a macabre curiosity, it's a haunting question mark burned into the pages of history.